Hi guys, so for our lesson we did digital citizenship and it's is social media free or not?
And then for our staging question, we had students write a journal entry about how important is being able to speak freely. And then this was at the moment in time where they would pause the video to be able to respond to their journals.
So the focus of the lesson is to be able to find out what social media freedom we really have, what we post might not always be reliable, and anything related to freedom of speech and social media. So our objectives were that the student will be able to create an infographic or poster describing the rights and limit of speech. They'll be able to compare how the Bill of Rights and a chosen social media website talk about speech, and then they'll be able to write a persuasive paragraph describing why or why not social media should be constrained.
So to introduce our topic, every student was given a note card and wrote a post about what they have seen on social media, and then the cards were passed around to be interacted with by sharing, liking, and commenting. And then we had a class discussion of how each interacted affected the person that posted it.
So next we did our first question, and it was, how important is it to be able to speak freely? So that was our journal entry, so you should have already written that. So then next we introduced the first compelling question, and is it your right to say whatever you want on social media? So each student was put into groups of 3, so you'll just have to do this by yourself. And then each group is to create an infographic or poster describing rights and the limits of speech. And then the students used either the Bill of Rights for a source and then a article of how freedom of speech and social media fit together.
So then once each group has finished creating that infographic or poster, we're going to share it with the class and then talk about where it might be posted in the school or anywhere like that.
So pause the video now to make your infographic.
Then the class shared our infographic and talked about where we should post them. And this is where they're able to use the different user agreements with Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then this is also how we pause the video to make sure they're able to make it. So then the next question would be, if something is untrue, misleading, or false, is there anything stopping someone from posting it on social media? To investigate the question, we would pick the Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram terms of service, and then they will compare how the Bill of Rights and user agreements relate to the freedom of speech, and then this is where they pause the video to be able to make that comparison.
All right, and so our last question is, what regulations should there be of what we can and cannot post on social media? And then you're going to write a persuasive paragraph describing why or why not social media should be constrained using evidence from the sources below. So that's the pros and cons of regulating social media influencing free expression on social media, and does freedom of speech exist on social media? So those are all articles you can use for your paragraph. And discuss the regulations that should be put in place if you believe that social media should be constrained.
For our assessment activity, you will create a visual representation of things to remember when posting on social media. This can include what to post, how to share responsibility, the rights we have in regards to social media, and the morality of posting on social media.
So this is a 5th grade lesson, and the TEK that we used for it was describe the fundamental rights guaranteed by each amendment in the Bill of Rights, including freedom of religion, speech, press, and the right to assembly and petition the government, and the right to keep and bear arms, the right to trial by jury, and the right to an attorney.
Thanks,
guys.